Tell me when you're going live.
Going live.
Woo!
Don't know if it's going to work. We might already be live.
I think it's working for me. Tell me when you're going live.
Yep, comments are up.
Awesome.
All right, Rick, you want to post the video onto the group? I did not hear a single word you just said.
It'll
Yep, going to
automatically
Facebook.
upload.
All right.
Right? All right. There's a hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a log in the hole at the bottom of the sea. There's a bench on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. Welcome to Beer League Benchwarmers, the podcast recorded on the bench, on the log, in the hole in the bottom of the sea. Did you do that right? All right.
Love it.
Today we're talking about. Oh my god, I got to get the order right. Your favorite sports game? The Sabres. Apparently, they're being sold. No, they're not being. I don't know. There's rumors. Whatever. We'll talk about it. What Golden Girl would you like to park her shoes next to your bed? And what COVID activity are you excited about? All right. This is our first one.
Just want to point out the Kyle Fan Club t-shirt. The First Liners is apparently their self-proclaimed name.
Nice shirt.
Love it. Made
Okay.
by my wife. She has yet to come up with a catchy name, and she does not like all of my inappropriate names for them.
Mm. Do you have an example?
The off
the
chance
week-
that my family is watching, no, I probably should.
Good call.
Could be
All
the
right.
Weekenders, because it's on the weekend and his name is Week.
Ah, that's fancy.
Ooh, that would have been good. I was hoping for a play on words, but I like the idea of the First Liners.
Yeah.
We're putting our fans first. We're sitting on the bench while our fans are,
Yeah, and the
Yes,
fourth
go
line is a
fans.
piece of trash.
yeah, fourth liners. Those are like my fans. Fourth liners. Kyle's got
Right.
the first. Rick's got the second. Sean's got the third. I get the fourth. I get the Kyle Posos.
Oh my god. All right. So, sports game. Like a sports video game. By the way, I
Realistic.
am super tired. I spent all day thinking of that intro. So now I'm exhausted. So I apologize in advance.
I
Yeah.
loved your intro. That
That was
was,
a very good one.
to me, that was one of the better ones.
Right?
I really hope that we had a lot of people watching. I don't want
We
anyone
don't.
to miss that.
We
That's a
didn't.
shame.
It'll be on the VOD. It's fine. They can rewatch
Those
it.
that
If you
missed the
haven't-
intro, please
Rewind.
rewind. Or go, watch it after it's uploaded.
Yeah. Give us a couple of views. Rewatch. Just have the episode on at work all day. too.
Ooh, I like that. My fan club's the Beer Runners.
Ooh.
It's fitting.
Yeah, I was thinking of something like chatting up the ref, but that you can't turn that into a noun. The ref bribers. Nah.
Ref bribers.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much.
That makes you sound like you're a dirty player.
I do get sweaty when I play. Anyways.
Ooh.
All right, so sports simulation? Or are you talking like any game that is a sport?
Realistic sports games.
Yeah, I would just say anything that's not like, like Crash Team Racing, that's based off of cartoon characters. Mario Kart, that's based off cartoon characters. I would say like anything that's based off of like realistic people, sports. Like I have one that's kind of borderline. So I put a couple.
Okay.
NFL Blitz. Is that your borderline game?
I have one that's more borderline than that, I guess.
That's realistic enough.
I'll start that. I guess. Like I did have NFL Blitz and NHL Hits because those are based off real people. But the one that I enjoyed is SSX Tricky.
That was actually one of mine.
I love that game, but like it's not based off of real people, but it's not I don't know, it's not monsters. It's not
It's
like
not-
based
don't
off
have
of
this-
humans.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
you
like an
don't have this-
arcade version of snowboarding, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
You don't have the same goals you would if you were actually doing it as a sport.
right.
But it is a sport, I guess. Or do they even do that? Like as a sport, just go off jumps and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an Olympic
Like-
sport.
Yeah. What the hell's it
Like
called?
on the hill. It wasn't really a race. I think it was like a score thing. There might be a race.
No, there was a race. If you could have the worst score, but you finished first, and you would have won.
hmm It's like
Okay.
downhill slalom or whatever.
Yeah.
But if I had to do like an actual real teams, real everything, it'd probably be NHL 2003.
Ooh. Is that the
It
one
was
with
the
the
one-
squeaky voices?
Yes, you can get. Oh, excuse me. First beer is already fighting back at me. Yeah, it's the one where you get the pack of cards and you open them, and you can get.
Had Jerome
Like,
McGinley on the
so-
cover.
Yes, yeah. That was probably my favorite NHL game.
I played
Box's first shot.
yeah, I played hours and hours and hours of that game. I loved it.
I got to where I only needed one card. That was it, and then I would have had all of them, and I never got it. It's the one that got away.
Yeah, you could do like
Nowadays,
the
you'd have to pay.
goal celebrations and stuff. Different goal celebrations or whatever they were with the cards. You had was that the one where like when you got on a breakaway, you got like
That was
slow-
2004, where it had the spotlight.
yeah, that's
You had the game break
That's
mode.
funny.
yeah.
No,
Oh.
2003 had it too. I remember that. It didn't do it every
Did it?
time, but
I thought only
Yeah.
4 had.
no, it wasn't every time though. It was like it would happen 25% of your breakaways, I think. Yeah, where it'd be like the heartbeat going to make it
Yeah.
seem like
Mhm. Everything was slowed down.
Jake has a story that actually happened to him, similar to that in
Uh,
bowling.
I was wondering if you were gonna bring that up. Yeah, I the 1 out of 3 college classes that I actually passed: computers, karate with Sean, and then bowling with Kyle. Yeah, I had 2 strikes in a row, and anytime you had 2 out of 3 out of the turkey, you had to tell the teacher, and he made like a big deal out about it, or professor, I guess it's college. And
professor.
It's a hell of a college.
He got a doctorate in bowling. He
Yeah.
didn't get a doctorate in bowling to be called teacher.
Yeah, he was from UCF.
yeah, I don't mean to insult him. But anyway, so I told somebody in our lanes, it's like we had our team dash slash, and somebody told him, so he turned off all the lights except my lane, and everybody watched me, and I'm pretty sure I got like a gutter ball or something like that. I know I didn't get it, but it was intimidating though, like knowing that everybody's watching me, and like I was just literally the center of attention with the lights and shit, and I choked under pressure.
Yeah.
That was a class. Still have my
It
shirt.
was. Oh, I might somewhere. Yeah, somebody made jerseys for us.
Yeah, I still have my jersey.
It was cool. It was a good class. I highly recommend taking bowling in college if you can.
Yes, you'll
I'm
pass
not-
it. Not
Yeah, it was
bad.
pretty good. I think I had an 80 something.
Is there a bowling video game?
Wii bowling.
I think the professional
Tekken.
bowling league has a game.
I forgot
Tekken
about
Tag had bowling.
There was this Tekken Tag, and you could play as a robot, and you could see where the ball was going to go because they had the trajectory planned.
Mhm.
And you could also bowl as like a kangaroo and stuff. Good times. This is a weird game.
There
I
was
think they have a volleyball mode in future games and stuff.
Yeah, yep. That was a weird series. I kind of went off the rails.
It's Japanese. It was fun though. All right, that's
That's-
NHL. That's a good one. I like the cheat codes. I remember the Chipmunk cheat code.
I
in
love
particular
the Chipmunk voice.
because the commentary was always like 30 seconds behind unless you had that on.
Yeah, it was really the best Easter egg that they had.
Yeah, that's a fun one. All right, how about Rick? You want to go?
Sports games. Probably NASCAR Thunder 2004. That was the most realistic for a career mode for NASCAR. You had your shop. You would build cars individually, build the chassis, build the body, build the engines. You would select which one you wanted for each race. You had to, after each race, you'd have to repair your car either the cheap way or overhaul it. which was obviously more expensive and took longer. Upgrading your shop parts in your shop would make it so that you could build additional cars, build better cars. You could, once you were like done with one because you had other ones that were better, you could junk it. So it was a pretty realistic one. Make your cars better and all that. You hired your pit crew, your crew
NASCAR
chief.
drivers junk their cars when they're done with them.
Well, yeah, I mean they cut them down, they salvage them, they sell them to other teams, lower teams. So yeah, you hired your pit crew. They, your sponsors all gave you money depending on how you did individually, rather than the new ones where it's just kind of one sponsor and it really doesn't matter how much you do. I mean, you crash your car and you don't pay a single penny, whereas that one, if you wrecked your car enough, you had to, you could.
You like the brutal
Yeah.
realism.
Yeah.
You just crash your car, your guy like gets a career-ending injury, and then you can never play the game again.
What system was that for?
They had it for. I had mine for PS2. I'm sure it was for Xbox as well.
I think I had it for the GameCube.
had a
I
question.
don't know. I don't know the GameCube library, but it could have been. It was around that time, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was on GameCube. It was fun. I mean, just the individual money parts of it that are
Do
gone.
you like working on cars in real life, Rick?
I don't know a single thing about cars. I wish I did. I wanted to go to ECC because they had a
Why didn't you go to BOCES
mechanics
for it?
program. Because I was trying to be a police officer back then before I learned that you have to have 2 eyes to be a police officer. So I wasted those 2 years of BOCES. If I could go back, I would do that. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
you could be a YouTube mechanic. There's all kinds of resources.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably could. We could try that out.
It could be a fun thing.
Could be a TikTok mechanic.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and look at
Yeah.
this. Look at this guy fucked up. That's the video.
Oh, okay.
That's
You
how
have to add some neat song in the background too.
Yeah.
This guy's alternator is fried.
Oh no!
that's the whole video. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah. My dad's basically a YouTube mechanic, and he can get stuff done. He didn't start that way though, but
Your dad's many things.
yes, he's creative though.
He's very
Very
creative.
creative.
Yes, that's a great way to put it.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
All right, Sean, what do you think?
I went with MVP Baseball 2005. That
I
was
never played that.
That was one of my favorite games. I used to play it with Adam all the time. And there was, I guess, I don't know if you really considered it a cheat code. I mean, I guess it was a cheat code, but if you created a character and named him this certain name, he was 2'2" with a bat that was this big around, and he was super fast always, and he could hit the ball 600 plus feet every time. And if you didn't get it out of the park and you got him on base, you could steal after the pitcher had thrown the ball and got it to home. And by the time the ball got to the person at second base, your guy would be coming in to slide, but the guy at second base would already be lifting up his glove like he tagged him out, and you were safe every time. It was a stupid like glitch cheat code.
A lot of
Yeah.
games had that where, like, I remember, I think it was NHL 2K something, where, like, if you created a guy named Wayne Gretzky, you had, like, perfect stats or something like that. Like, it was just weird how we're not going to put them in the game, but if you put their names on them, all of a sudden they're that person.
That's cool. That's a
They
neat
had
one.
it wasn't NHL 2003. It was either I think it was 2002 or 2004. It had the bare naked ladies in it.
Well, I
That's the
remember,
character
like,
in the game.
What?
I remember, what was it? It was one of the SmackDown games. You could be Fred Durst.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I forget which one it was. I think it was like Know Your Role. It was before they went to the SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah.
It was Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, yeah.
Yeah.
I did
And
it
the
all
song
for the
was rolling. It was back when Undertaker went in on the motorcycle.
Ooh.
A lot of those games had those, like, in-game create a celebrity or whatever it was. What do you got, Kyle?
I have a question for Sean too. Did you just make a whole team of those little Bam Bam dudes?
No, you can only create
I love it.
three dudes you can make. They were all
Okay.
different names, 3 different names, but I think they were all brothers, like all the same last name. And that was
Okay.
at you couldn't create 2 of the same guy.
And their strike. Did they have a strike box that was like?
Yeah, it was like super tiny, and their whole like it used to give you like the hot and cold zones for like where they were good, and the whole box was just dark red. Like there's no getting around them.
Oh my god, that's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
I will
What
say-
since?
I will say one thing too. That was, I think, the last game that baseball wise. I don't know if you've ever been able to do it in the show, but you can charge the mound. You can fight. It didn't really show anything. It just showed like the third baseman or like the shortstop just watching a guy going like he was like watching his pitcher get his ass kicked.
Nice.
That was it.
silly.
Then
That's
you
What
went
a
to
helpful
base.
teammate.
Yeah,
You went-
seriously.
You went to the base. Nobody got
Come on,
kicked
bro.
out or nothing. I wish they would bring that back, like ejections and shit, and like the show and stuff.
There was a Wii baseball game, but there's not a lot of, as far as I know, there's not a lot of arcade baseball games.
No, the show has game modes in it to
Okay.
make it arcadey. And
Well, there-
now, and before
Slugfest.
this year, the show was only on PlayStation, but now it's going to Xbox.
Ooh.
There
Is
was
it crossplay.
there was a Slugfest game that was
Yeah.
kind of arcade-ish, like Blitz wise.
I remember we were doing, I think might have been poker night or something at Sean's house, and we ended up playing one of those MLB home run derbies. And I don't know why, because I have not been able to do it before or since, but I was just hitting everything out of the park.
Fuck you.
At one point, I think it was Adam, turned off the TV mid-pitch. I still got a home run.
I remember that.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
Fuck you. It's just like shootouts. You're always really good at like those fucking weird things. Like
Not
we do
anymore.
the shootouts in street hockey, and
had
Kyle was
beginner's luck.
it was like 100% on shootouts. And it's like, but he can't. No offense, but you just weren't a goal scorer, but you could do shootouts.
Yeah, I had beginner's luck. I'm no longer.
was
a
so
beginner at it,
frustrating.
though, so I'm just bad.
That was when we were playing at Alcott, and it's like, oh man, I'm a 50 goal scorer at Alcott. I can't score on those shootouts. Guy was like a 5 goal scorer in Alcott, and he's scoring 8 shootout goals right here. Like, what the fuck?
It was all luck.
Sounds like your shell shootout.
I suck. I can't do that shit. I'm not even gonna go. I literally had a breakaway in Alcott where like Kyle was there where I had the entire length of the rink. It was just it was a penalty shot. Like it wasn't, but I just had the whole rink to myself pretty much. And like I didn't even shoot it. I overthought it completely. The goalie just like takes it pretty much off my stick, and I was like,
You
ah,
just,
fuck.
like, you were just standing there deking for a little.
I didn't know what to do.
just standing in front of the goalie.
I'm like, I gotta go here, go there, and the goalie's like, you're not. You go to the bench. I'm like, shit.
Good times. Man,
Fucking Alcott.
Alcott hockey. But yeah. All right. So mine, I was gonna pick SSX Tricky actually because I had that on GameCube. That was a fun one. And they had a bunch of remixes of the song. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
That was recommended by a fan,
Yes, it was great.
Vincent
That was a
Turner.
good
Don't
one.
know who that is, but what's up?
I think they just remastered that. I might actually pick that up because apparently it was a really good remaster.
You get 1 and 2 with the remaster.
Ooh, I don't think I ever played 2. I think I played 1 briefly, then I jumped to like 4.
I was gonna say I had 3 with the cruise ship.
Oh, I don't remember.
That was
the
the
cruise
series I liked when they brought it. What was the PS2 when they did Tony Hawk Underground, where you like actually had an objective, just like skate and get a sponsorship and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
They got weird where like you could sketch onto
Like the vehicles.
cars and like it was just like they kind of got away from. They made it way too arcadey as the series went on. Most of
the
it,
first
like
one.
the first few games, were just classics. They were pretty much perfect.
1 and 2.
And then like they got like just too far into
like
the arcade.
feature bloat. You're talking like you could just do a bunch of random stuff that didn't make a coherent game.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that now. I saw this guy put together a combo where he's just like wall riding to a manual to a grind to a manual to the ramp where he does a trick in the air to like where he had like a times 50 and like his score was like 17 million, and it's just like that's just not.
But then he falls.
That's not what it's supposed to be.
Right.
I remember distinctly if you did a 900 manually, it took like 10 times as long as the special move 900.
Yeah, and like
But
you
it
didn't
was
get
like-
the points.
You got like tiny amount of points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was funny.
I remember the only way I could do the 900 is I had to turn gravity off for whatever was the
Mhm.
moon gravity. Like, last time I played, I think Spider-Man was in it or Darth Maul or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
There was
Darth
Darth Maul.
what was that?
Darth Maul on a skateboard.
Yeah,
With
you
his
can do like the
awesome.
force grab or something like that.
There was a move with Spider-Man where he just kicked the board away and whipped it and then brought it back.
I remember the one that was deep dive shark attack where you go into the ground and you just stick your hand up and all it's just your hand. It's like a manual or something like that. It was so
Yeah.
stupid, but like I loved it. I picked it as my special every single time.
So you're just a hand.
I was just a hand. Nobody could find me.
But yeah, they've made a lot of skateboarding games now. I think there's been at least 2 or 3 different types, like open world, like you can run around if you need to. I don't know. I haven't played them a lot though, but
Yeah, I haven't really played any skating games in a long time. There was a game called Skate, I think it was. They made a couple of those.
Yeah, the Wii, you had the board.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Holy shit.
my hair
Oh.
is so weird today. Anyways, but I do have
Is
a legit
it?
one. I do have a legit one too. UFC.
Oh.
I only played one of them. I can't even remember which one, but it was kind of cool. There was like it was basically you pull off combos, but a lot of the gameplay was resource management because you had stamina, and you just had to make sure you were and make sure you didn't tire your guy out so that you were super vulnerable while trying to tire out the other guy. It's kind of cool.
I never got into UFC, but I did like their games. That made me think like maybe I'll get the game because like Sean, you had it. I remember watching you.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
loved how like you could progress from like a beach octagon into the actual ring at like MGM in Vegas. Like I love the progression that I had in the story mode.
Yeah.
That's,
It's
it'd be
great
fun.
unless you know how to do a lot of this like really technical shit in the game, like how to do submissions and how to get out of submissions and this crazy shit. Otherwise, you ain't going anywhere. Like the one year I had it, I worked my way up and got to the championship fight and got destroyed, and then lost my next 7 fights after that because I couldn't beat anybody because they considered me a contender and they put me against all these top players. It was like, all right, this sucks. Like, and I just recently got the new one because it was on sale, and it's like you start like really basic, like you're at a gym hitting a bag, and some guy comes out to you and you go and do these street fights, and he's teaching you the techniques. I've done 6 fights, haven't won one yet. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm not even in the game. Like, I'm not even in UFC fighting for, real money or anything, and I'm getting destroyed. I'm like, this is not fun.
Well, I don't know how good I would be because like I'm used to like Tekken or like really button mashing type fighting games, and like I know like that's not it.
No.
How do you get
had,
the Hadouken?
I had a
Street Fighter.
Xbox 360. I had Fight Night Champion. I think it was Fight Night Champion 2. That was pretty similar. That was fun being boxing rather than the super technical stuff at UFC. But that's where you start at local gyms like in Chicago, Detroit. Then you move up to the bigger ones, and then when you get in your championship fights, you're at the MGM Grand, you're at Atlantic City, you're at I forgot what it is. It's the arena out there in Vegas, Mack and Turner or something like that. So it was pretty cool doing that. But yeah, that's another one where you start at the bottom and you work your way up, prize money and all that.
That's what I like story modes or game modes where like it has that progression. Like I don't NHL, like all right, you do your juniors, you play like your 5 games in juniors, and then like you do good. Like honestly, and I'm not trying to like brag, but like anytime I do a big pro, I have never seen AHL. I play the few games of the OHL, I get drafted, I do your preseason, and then I'm always stuck in the NHL. Not stuck, but like
yeah,
that'll be the show. You
from
start
success.
start at AA, and then you work to AAA. But I always find that like double A, it takes the longest. Then you do like a couple months in the triple A, you do good there, then you're already in the show. So it's like it doesn't have that progression, and that's what it's like. It's very unrealistic to me, and that's I like the UFC, and I didn't know about that with Fight Night.
Yeah, or you're like me with the show, and play a year in double A, and then get
play a long time in minors.
And play in AAA for a year, get called up to the pros, and ride the bench.
Is there a beer league?
There's no beer league games.
There's an A league.
Single A.
Well, there was, which kind of made me disappointed with the new NHL because they, broadcast how like the be a pro is going to be, like a big thing, like where you're starting out, like you can start out overseas, like in Europe or Russia, or like the juniors or whatnot. But it was just like you did how it was with the old one. You played for the Calder Cup or whatever it was, or the Calder Trophy, and that was it. But like previous ones, you could do like a whole season in the juniors to work your way up. So I was like hoping they could do that, but they eliminated that.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want it because like, baseball and hockey are so long of seasons where it's like I don't want to play
60 plus games.
Yeah. But like for something for fighting where it's like, all right, you can see the progression fairly quickly, but you're still working at it. Like that's what I would like. Like if you could do college into NFL, like Madden kind of did it, but like not to the full extent like it used to be back when they had NCAA games. You could do your whole career and then export it into Madden.
Yeah,
that was fun, and I wish they would do that, but they're not. Pretty much football is the only way you could do that. I do like a little bit of FIFA that I played, where like you pick your nationality and you could play for your national team. Like I wish they had that in NHL, where it's like, all right, I'm an American. Come Olympics time, I can play in the Olympics.
For anybody watching that is a rugby fan, I am a rugby fan. They have rugby games for PS4 and the Xbox One called Rugby League Live. That is super fun because there are minor leagues in rugby. They have both the Australian and the English rugby leagues. You also pick your nationality. So yeah, what do you got, Kyle?
That was just a match.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the intro, there's a match in the intro.
But you pick your nationality. Every year you go to the international competitions that are after the season, and then every fourth year you're in the Rugby League World Cup for your nationality, which is super cool. And there's all the different interleague matches that happen between the Australian and the English league, where they actually play each other once a year, so you get to do that. All the goofy preseason stuff that is in the actual rugby leagues, they have it in the game too. So it's pretty good for that. Get your way up.
It sounds very natural.
I never liked the games where it's like, I'll pick where you're from. It's like, why? It doesn't matter. Like, it's just like a waste of time, more or less. But I still would do it. Like, oh yeah, I'm from Buffalo. Woo.
Yeah.
They're collecting data. And maybe there's something with the commentary that you can do. Like,
and a lot of people in NHL are named Uncle Frank. Like that, like you have preset names to pick from, and so many people picked Uncle Frank.
It's funny.
Uncle Larry, was that it? Uncle Larry? Yeah.
Uncle Frank's our
yeah, that's the goal thing.
Okay.
Get in, Uncle Frank. It's 20 minutes are free. Stupid. I love it.
Okay, but yeah, I think you're getting at like you like differences in kind, like different types of gameplay elements. But
I just wish there was more to it. Like I said, with NHL, I wish like
the Olympics.
Yeah, and because I'm sure it's a licensing. Well, excuse me. I'm sure it's a licensing, but like I know 15 years ago there was a Winter Olympics game, but they haven't made one since. So it's like it's just sitting there. And if you're the IIHF, why wouldn't you want it?
I don't get how FIFA FIFA, from what I remember watching you guys play there at Peak and Peak, it was you had how many leagues are in FIFA? You had the MLS, you had the Premier League, right? Was the Spanish league in there, the La Liga?
Yeah, all the leagues were.
So all of that are in it, and that's EA Sports, isn't it? It's like, so yes. Why is it that the NHL team? I mean, they could be different studios making it, but it's the same company. You would think that they would be able to work something out because
It's
they've
the
done-
same company asking. They're not asking the same company though. They have to ask the IIHF, and I'm sure for whatever reason the IIHF is like, "No, we don't want to be part of it." But why? Why wouldn't you want it?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you want anybody that plays, NHL on EA to be like, "Oh, this is the Olympics. This is what it's about." Like, it's free advertisement. Like, why wouldn't you want that?
I wonder if they don't want to because of the rifts between the NHL and the IIHF.
Well, that's a huge part. The NHL's dumb as fuck and
Roll
negotiate
Gary
terribly. But
Bettman, he's a winner.
he's something.
So, guys. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Do you have something else?
Yes, Kyle.
Do you want to go first, Rick?
For what? What are we
You
doing?
were going
now?
to say something.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
Guys, I have a problem. I want to buy a hockey team. Do you know any hockey teams that are for sale?
Yep, the Arizona Coyotes.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been for sale for 5 years.
Thank you. All right. Next
I think-
topic.
I think Seattle's for sale too.
Now they're already. They got their guy.
Okay. But yeah, anyways, the Sabres, our beloved hockey team. Our hometown hockey team is I don't know what's going on. Somebody else take the reins.
The rumors is that they're for sale. Now those rumors were shot down pretty quickly. Then there was talks about it being a percentage for sale. Then it was that they're not actually selling. They're looking to bring somebody in that knows what they're doing, pretty much.
Yep.
So there's been, it was like a 12-hour window where there was just different rumors about different things. And supposedly they're all shot down, but
Yep.
they had to come from somewhere.
Yep. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
You guys, I don't remember who said it first, but didn't you guys both say that that should be a possible future for the Sabres?
Just to sell them, yes.
So
Have we talked
maybe
about it?
The risk, all right, so let's look at it from both ways. You can sell a team. All right, so you get a new ownership. If you sell it 100%, get new ownership. Say it's Donald Trump. He was talks for the Bills. So we'll just say that Donald Trump. He could move them, or whoever buys them.
How about Bon Jovi? Somebody less.
And you kind
Less, doesn't Buffalo hate Bon
Oh.
Jovi?
Yes,
You
because
do not buy the rust
he was trying to buy the
buckets. The
Bills.
rust buckets are not for sale, John. I do not appreciate that.
don't bother with the Sabres.
Hey, okay, fine. Say Bon Jovi. You can buy the team. He can move them to wherever. Is that worth putting them up for sale? That you could lose a team. Or you could put them up for sale, and then you could have the Goo Goo Dolls buy them. And then they stay in town. So, it's kind of a high risk. Like, all right, you put them up for sale, and could get moved. They can get relocated. They can get moved to Hartford or Quebec or wherever. Is that what we want?
Not
I
particularly.
I wouldn't want them moved, but I would take the risk.
Yep, I agree. We need a change. They got to go.
Do you
It's
think,
just who would want to buy them? That's.
I mean,
guess
as a right.
I guess as a business person, you got to think I could buy this absolute terrible team at a bargain price right now, and I don't have to move them because people are still talking about them, even how bad they are, and people are still that interested in them.
Well, what was Golisano's return? What'd he buy him for when he bought him from the Regises back in the day, or whoever the NHL who ended up getting him? And then
He bought them from the NHL.
yeah, and he sold him for almost double the price that he paid to the Pagulas, if not more. So
he made out great.
Oh yeah, he made out like a bandit. Because that's all he was in for. It was for the business aspect of it. Yeah, he did the favor to the town to keep the team around until somebody was willing to come along and actually, invest in the team, which that worked out real well because they're doing a lot of investing.
I will say in the quick search, the Pagulas bought them for $165 million.
And I think Golisano was under 80.
I'm sure it was pretty
Sabres, last I checked, were worth around 300 million.
Well, yeah, and you got inflation that happened, especially in the last 10 years.
That's a lot of inflation.
Galasano, purchase of the Trouble team was valued at $92 million, though he paid far less after about $25 million in loans were eventually forgiven.
Okay.
So, I mean, technically, he
Under
bought it
80.
for 67. Yeah, $67 million.
So I mean, he did what he was asked to do. I mean, it was a business venture for him, and kept the team around until the Pagulas came in and thought we were on the right track.
I mean, like, Galasano bought them just as a pure business decision. He didn't care
100%.
as a hockey team.
No,
And Pagulas apparently did. I think they used him as like a jumping point to get to the next thing. You know, whether it was the Bills or Harbor Center or their brand new arena at Penn State. Like they use that money to a lot of things. There I go.
Yeah, give me a minute. You can keep talking.
okay, there, Cyclops.
I would don't sell. I just wish that they would stop trying to run the team.
Yes,
Like, just hire somebody and put them there. Hopefully, that's the rumor that's going to happen. Because I mean, I don't want to go through another era of, well, they could be moved. Like, I'd rather not deal with that. So hopefully, they just put somebody in charge.
Yeah, I'd be fine if they sold a percentage to somebody like, you know, whoever. I can't even think of a person, but somebody that is genuinely interested and genuinely knowledgeable of the sport. But the Pagulas aren't, and as long as they're in charge, this team's not going anywhere.
Nope.
So, sorry about if I sounded crappy before. I completely forgot my headphones. Does it sound better?
It sounds the same to me.
Your headphones control your hearing, bud, not your talk.
Well, there's a microphone on them too. But anyways, so do you think if we get all our fans together and we buy the team, do you think we can make better decisions?
No.
No? You don't trust us?
How's the saying go? Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too many cooks.
Yeah, that's. I think I've heard too many cooks spoil the soup.
Yeah.
You need one person in charge.
Yep.
Like they should. And we talked about a previous episode. They needed president of hockey operations to actually make the hockey decisions. The Pagulas just need to sign the checks.
Amen.
That's literally and that's what they should be. Any team in any sport who's actually ran completely by ownership doesn't do anything.
Nope.
The best the person that does it the best, honestly, is probably Mark Cuban for the Dallas Mavericks.
Even
but like,
they're not that good.
He's still right. They won the one, I think 2004, 2006, mid 2000s,
or 07,
mid 2000s. And that was it. Like, you know, what is Jerry Jones is infamous and he's terrible. I mean, he flat out, the one radio that he goes on asked him if somebody else was a GM, would you keep them employed? And he's like, no, I'd fire him.
Nope.
And it's like, well,
yeah,
that's you. So like, if you're doing that bad of a job in your own eyes, shouldn't you find somebody else to do it?
Yep.
It's the same for the Sabres.
Yeah,
like they're doing the same thing they did with Doug Whaley with the Bills, and that was completely handicap them. And then they got brought in Brandon Beane and McDermott, and they're like, all right, like we're gonna let you do your thing. And they're one of the top three. I guess that's probably not going off on a limb. Top three best AFC teams in the league right now.
Yeah. Oh, you're one win away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did pretty good. But we're gonna keep handicapping the Sabres. And they so far have a worse record in the first however many games they are into the season than the tank team.
Yep.
Like that was a team that was literally made to lose.
Yep.
Their goalie was stealing games, so they traded him away to lose more games. So they could win Jack Eichel, which they lost and got Jack Eichel. They would have won and got McDavid. And I still don't think, he hasn't done much in that. Edmonton hasn't done much with him. He's done a lot, but
they made the playoffs sooner than Jack Eichel has.
Yes, they made the playoffs the 1 year. 1 year?
Yep. His second year or third year.
Edmonton's an anomaly. All those first round picks and all those great players, and they can't
weird.
do anything.
That's so weird. And hey, where did Kruger come from?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Which, I mean,
Can't came from
I mean,
Edmonton College.
we got talking about this the other day, Jake, about you were saying you've had how many general managers change, how many coaches change, different players coming in and out, and one thing has stayed constant. That's the ownership.
Blues.
And
They're the only constant thing throughout the entire drought, if you will,
Yep.
which is a drought.
Oh, yeah.
2011 was the last time they made the playoffs.
Yep.
Tyler Myers, Tyler Ennis, Nathan Gerby, Ryan Miller, Steve Ott, Jason Pominville, Drew Stafford, Tim Connolly was still on the team.
that's how long
Like,
ago it was.
That's how long. None of those guys are in the league anymore. Ennis was just on waivers. Gerby is just playing it up, and
In the AHL. The only one that's still in the league. Oh, wait, no, maybe not. Did Ryan Miller even sign with the team?
yeah, he's been playing in Anaheim.
Is he still in Anaheim?
That's it. Like your roster is gone. Tyler Myers is still playing somewhere too.
He's in.
Yeah, but that was his rookie year.
Vancouver. But yeah, fucking Steve Ott's a coach for St. Louis. Like, it's just. And you had a hockey operations guy or president or whatever, and Pat LaFontaine, and he saw the way that the business was ran and how much they micromanage every decision that was going on. He's like, yeah, fuck this. I'm out. See ya.
I don't think that I would say I agree, and I do think that there was writing on the wall, and he's like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't think LaFontaine was a person you should have as your hockey operations.
Oh, I don't either.
That was
You need like a Lavalette or a Quinville or somebody like that really knows Lindy Ruff, that really knows the league, not just he was a good player. Good players don't make good coaches, don't make good in offices. Like you had the greatest player of all time, Wayne Gretzky was a coach.
It was horrible.
And he was one of the worst coaches of all time.
Yep.
Like because as a player, that's why the best coaches are usually one of the worst players when they play. Lindy Ruff was not the best player.
Nope.
But like he's because they know how the league works. And when you're sitting on the bench or when you're grinding it out on
you're
the ice,
watching a lot of the games.
yeah, like you know how it works.
Yeah.
You know when you're the greatest one ever, you expect like people can do what you did.
Yep.
You know, Michael Jordan's far from the great owner in Charlotte. They haven't done anything, but like it's because he thinks, all right, I'm gonna get whoever, and they're gonna do what I should be doing or I would have done. Like, no, that's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have realistic expectations.
Well, yeah, when they brought LaFontaine in, it was also they brought in Ted Nolan. It was nothing but a huge publicity stunt. Oh my God, we're bringing back the guys from the '90s. Yes, woo! And where that Nolan finished the season and got fired, like they didn't keep him around.
He would be better than Kruger right now. I will say though,
I agree.
if the Sabres get sold, how long is it a one sport team or one sport city? Because you'd only have the Bills. Would you expect a major league team? Would you expect a basketball team to fill in that empty arena?
No, I bet you nobody comes.
Buffalo is such a ripe market for that, though. There's so many fans that are just blind followers.
I can tell you this.
Not blind followers, but you know.
A lot of factors for players and stuff. Yes, I know money talks, but a lot of factors for players to sign with teams has a lot to do with where they're going to be living, where their families are going to be going. New York State is one of the highest tax states in the United States. Buffalo's cold a majority of the year and shittier weather. Like, yes, I know we have nice summers and stuff, but you get enough snow. You know, I have an option. Could I go play in Florida where there's no state tax or go to Buffalo? Oh, I made an extra $6 million in Buffalo, or I could go to Florida where it's 70 and sunny every day and I can play golf. And so, I mean, I always think that.
I do agree, but yeah, I money does talk. Look at Kirk Cousins went to one of the coldest cities in the United States.
Look at Kyle Okposo coming to us.
Right. Like money absolutely talks. And if for one, you'd have to have the league, whatever league it is, and be like, all right, let's put it on. Because I think basketball would probably do the best. You know, you'd have the arena to work with. You wouldn't have to fight it with the NHL scheduling. But in baseball, you'd have to buy a whole brand new arena. Like, that's not an MLB arena or stadium, whatever.
Not anymore.
But I think that it would do fine, especially as a market. I think it would do fine. It's just a matter of winning teams bring people.
Yep.
I mean, like, the Knicks have no problem bringing in guys. Amari Stoudemire, big name. Carmelo Anthony, big name. Like, Derrick Rose has gone there twice now, big name. Like those, they've had some big names go in and out of there. Yankees, like winning trumps anything.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure, I don't know what the tax is in Massachusetts, but look at any of the Boston teams, they get people. That's just as cold as Buffalo. So like I do agree. Like I think the JJ Watt signing in Arizona, I think part of that had to do with the location for his family, like wanting to hang out in the winters of Arizona compared to the winters of Green Bay or Buffalo or whatever it was. But
I think Massachusetts has some of the worst drivers in the country.
technically Western New York has one of the best or one of the worst, and not to stereotype, but a lot of it had to do with Canadian drivers.
Oh,
Like by statistics, Western New
Yeah.
York was one of the worst driving areas in the United States.
yeah, but there's such a low population density compared to a lot of other places like Boston. So
Boston.
Boston. Anyways,
Boston.
I sidetracked us. Sorry.
It's good. It's fine. I love
All
it.
right.
Kyle.
Is this a good? Is this?
I love it. First liners. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Jake.
Speaking of love triangles,
Hmm.
you fuck one Golden Girl. I had to make sure I didn't say Gilmore Girl. Golden Girl. Which Golden Girl would you fuck?
What an interesting question.
I thought
Is
so.
that their living room, Kyle?
I think so.
It looks pretty damn close, honestly.
I don't know.
It's it.
It's not it. I can tell you that, but it looks very close to it.
Okay. I have never actually
Golden
watched the show. This is a fan question, if you're curious, because none of us are.
Fan topic.
Yeah.
I had a fan topic last week. We had a fan topic this week.
Hopefully the fan is watching.
Yeah, they'll catch it later.
There's only 3.
But yeah.
people, and then I won't-
Let me check my notes. I've done some research.
I'm one of them.
So my
I'm-
legit answer is no one.
Ah, what an
Because I'm in a
asshole.
committed relationship.
What an asshole.
But if I had to pick, it would probably be crap.
All of them. Just give me an orgy of the wrinkly pussy.
That's what I was gonna say.
Man, dude, they're friends. They don't like each other that way. That's not gonna
How
How
happen.
do you know?
Yeah, like
I looked up some
so
things
you're
about.
saying that Kyle, if me and you were
One
both
is a mother
single,
daughter.
and like a 10 out of 10 came up to us and say, "I'll let you guys tag team me right now," you'd say no. I'd be like,
What?
Kyle, I won't look at you if you won't look at me.
I
Yeah,
missed,
go
I
ahead.
missed the beginning of that. What did you ask?
You want just because you're friends doesn't mean you won't like tag team somebody.
Oh, I guess.
We could Eiffel Tower some chick.
I'm not.
mean-
I don't think I'm worth it to them though. But whatever.
You're worth it to me.
But yeah, if I had to pick, it would be Blanche because I'm not in it for a relationship. I have a relationship, and she's not in it for a relationship either. So we'd have a mutual understanding. It'd be perfect.
I mean, I picked Blanche too because she's a whore and she'd be a fun old broad.
That's sexist, Jake.
I mean, back to your comment about doing them all or having them all join. 2 of them are mother-daughter.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just weird, but okay.
I dated a girl she was one of 4 sisters, and I wanted to do like the whole 4 sisters and the mother, and the mother was not hot, but it's like I wanted to do the whole family.
I'm sure that's a fairly common fetish.
What's your fetish, Kyle?
Anyways, Rick, did you answer?
I would say the oldest one. Give me the oldest one, and I hope that she dies during.
Sophia. She's the snarky one, I think. She's like wise old
Estelle.
lady.
Estelle Getty.
She's a wise old lady who bestows her knowledge in a very like I don't have patience for all this crap way.
That's a hell of a story, though. Be like, what happened to her? What happened to Sophia? And like, oh, she got her brains fucked out of her and she's dead.
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome.
Apparently,
Love
she was an arranged.
How much research
she,
you do?
she escaped an arranged marriage in Sicily, and moved to New York. I guess. I don't know where her daughter came in.
Yuck.
But yeah, so she's Sicily's right near Italy, right? So
Isn't it in Italy?
I don't know.
Obviously, yeah.
I have no geography skills. Rick, you cut out. Repeat,
So-
please.
Southern Italy, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty cool too.
Sean, did you say who? You would?
I'm going after Dorothy.
Dorothy, the daughter.
B. Arthur. She was gorgeous when she was younger. There's a lot of nude photos of her out there.
You always had like a thing for the old ladies. Who was the girl in Alien that you like loved?
Oh,
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver? Fuck
Sigourney
yeah.
Weaver, yeah.
Dude,
Sigourney
she's
Weaver,
great.
fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. Mhm.
I know.
I've
That
never
one's
seen
pretty bad.
Freaky Friday, but I've heard that's like noteworthy.
Watch Trading Places with Jamie Lee Curtis, and you guys will thank me later.
Trading.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, yes.
They never did anything, even when they were in their prime. Like, I forget
True
which one was
Lies.
in Ghostbusters 2, and I was like, actually, they were in both of them. Whoever it was in both.
Sigourney
of them.
Weaver's from Ghostbusters, yes.
Sigourney
Yes.
Weaver's. She's
She's
been in
very
stuff.
attractive.
I'm not saying she's not a bad actress. She just does not. She's not on my list.
Mm. I just love her
Even in
because she's a
that prime,
nerd.
She's not.
Oh.
She's not on my list. There's
She's
a lot of
clearly a nerd.
nerds out there. Doesn't mean I want to put my dick in it or
All
her.
day.
Leave it in.
What'd you say,
Knock those
Dorothy?
cobwebs out of there.
I like how
Dorothy was from Brooklyn. She's got the New York Nice. Do you know what the New York Nice is?
What is it, Kyle?
It's like when you're rude and it's your way of being polite. Like you go into a deli and you're like, coffee. That's like not a deli. You go into a cafe and you're like, black coffee, and that's all you say. That's like,
Go to deli. Coffee. Get the fuck out of here.
yeah,
Get the
whatever.
fuck outta here.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, yeah,
I want to take the paper that Kyle wrote all these notes on and auction it off for charity on behalf of the bench.
do you want to see my awful handwriting?
Yeah,
Kyle,
we're
you
gonna
have the
auction-
worst handwriting since fifth grade.
There it is.
It's the worst handwriting ever.
I'd say mine's pretty
It's
bad.
so bad it's being censored.
I always told me my handwriting was so bad I should be a doctor.
Let me make sure. Whatever.
And Kyle's gonna be a doctor.
We'll do a handwriting reveal in the future, so you can see how awful my handwriting is. I'm gonna get my doctorate in bowling, so yeah, I'm gonna be a doctor.
Olin, Team Dash Slash.
Um,
I'm
right.
surprised none of us said Betty White.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's the only one alive, I think.
she's Rose, right?
Yes.
That's Rose.
Because
She's-
nobody wants to say like Ricky. He wouldn't. Nobody wants to fuck Betty White and kill her. Like you don't want to be that person.
You want to be that guy,
Like you will be hunted and murdered.
right?
They'll be using your tears as lube.
But it's not Betty White. It's Rose, whatever her last name is.
Same difference.
But yeah, all right. Are
Betty
we
White's
good?
fault. What?
Are we good to move on to
Kyle's porno stash.
the last sec? What are you excited to do after COVID? I'm personally excited to
Everything.
have consensual sexual relationship with the Golden Girls.
Nobody chose Rose.
Nobody chose Rose. Your sister fucked in for the Golden Girls.
See?
Your sister would be the one I actually had thought about because I knew she would have the information. Like, who would be the best lay? The goodest, I almost said. The best lay.
I'm sorry.
Your sister chooses Rose if you're ever.
Good,
All right.
good choice.
I mean, it's probably the most popular one because that's
It's
probably the
safer
one.
for her to do it than us.
Right.
Just think of the
I'm not gonna. Let's go on to post COVID activity. Rick, where are you, by the way? Are you in Valheim?
I'm in Valheim.
Holy crap!
That's my sweet base that I built. I got a bridge. See my bridge?
Sweet bridge, bro.
Nice, man.
It's a sweet bridge.
Can you go under it?
Yeah, it's above a moat that I dug in, so there's a giant moat.
Nobody can get in your base.
No,
Nobody
That's
can get
pretty
into
cool.
Rose's space.
yeah,
Is there-
nobody can get the rose space either.
Is there like a troll you can put to guard the bridge?
You can capture them. Like they roam around and they try to kill you, and they're They're very, very difficult, at least
Oh.
for me to kill. I've been told they're very easy, but I have had no luck. You can dig a pit and get them to follow you, and they'll fall into the pit, and then they're just stuck there. And then they
Okay.
attack other things that are coming towards your base to attack your base because they try
Oh.
to kill everything. So that's you can do that.
Troll hole.
What did you just say?
A troll hole.
There's a famous quote in Philadelphia. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. You gotta pay the troll toll if you want to get in the boys' hole. All right. So
Did the priest say that?
no, Frank, the guy, the
Danny DeVito.
Frank Reynolds.
Priest becomes
Danny
homeless.
DeVito.
And he fucks dogs.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a weird show. Anyways, probably shouldn't follow that path.
So Kyle, you want to have consensual sex?
No, I was joking.
So have you been raped, Alicia?
I said with the Golden Girls.
Oh, okay.
And I was
yeah.
joking. It was a callback to a previous
Oh,
topic
okay.
that we talked about.
So sorry.
Speaking
I
of
hear consensual
callbacks.
sex and I black out.
Okay. Anyways,
Worthless.
honestly, I'm like a little worried because I've been like, oh, I can't do anything because of COVID. So it's just a nice, easy, like I'm every weekend, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna, play video games, gonna do a podcast. Kind of worried about like doing stuff.
Podcast?
What's a bod?
Podcasts.
Ugh.
Exactly. But I am really excited to see my family. So I know
have,
it's
you
a
not, have you not seen them at all?
I've seen him a little bit, but it's been like brief. Everyone's wearing masks because I do deal with the public, and then I don't want to kill my grandma. So
Well, yeah, your family goes back and forth with
yeah,
the elderly, we'll just say.
yeah. But yeah, I'm just excited. Road trip to family's house. I got family in Jersey. Might go see them. That'll be really cool. And just I don't know, just being able to go out to eat and stuff sounds fun too.
Now
And then-
you are getting vaccinated here in this month.
Okay.
Or in March.
Is that legal? Are you legally allowed to say that? I don't know.
Now he's asking you.
I think so, yes. I'm scheduled to at least.
You broke HIPAA by telling me.
Yep, whatever.
Is your fiance vaccinated or it's scheduled to be vaccinated?
It's up for debate. I don't know. We're trying to, but we'll see. I don't want to go into that right now.
Work in progress.
Yeah. But yeah, so Sean, what do you want to do after COVID?
Go home. Nothing to do
Yeah.
here in Texas right now for me.
Go home.
That's fair.
Until next week. When everything opens. No, yeah, I want to go. I can't wait to get back home. A lot of things with the family going on and missing you guys and shit. So
Think we'll have
staying
enough.
this far away.
Sean might come out of retirement for hockey.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive home to New York every weekend.
Every Sunday.
Yeah. So,
I'm
about to
just
do the
saying.
podcast on the road.
Do you think we could get enough people because everyone's been like shut in? So in a month or two, do you think we could get enough people to do a rent out?
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
could be fun.
John and I have talked about renting out a rink,
Okay.
and he wants you there. Everybody that I've talked to, you have an expectation to be there this summer for hockey. And if you don't meet this expectation,
I had never committed to that.
I committed you to it.
I am heavily considering it, which is more than I've done in a long time.
I commit. We have talked, had thorough conversations
Thorough.
about how we never knew what we had in Kyle Weeks
Oh my god.
until he left us.
You guys
You can
hold
make
me-
his hair the new team logo.
Yes,
Oh my god.
I do want to buy matching jerseys, like new ones.
You put a bucket on it?
Probably not. They'll probably do
Okay.
like the New York Rangers, where instead of it saying New York diagonally, you'll say Ruspic diagonally.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, you have expectations to be there this summer. Now that you're vaccinated, you have no excuse.
I am like an ant in that it takes me a long time to make decisions. So
I
do
made
not.
the decision for you, so don't worry.
I have
about
to meet with my fellow
Me.
Ents.
it. I figured it out.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off, Sean. I'm just excited about the prospect of playing hockey. So you're excited to go home.
Yep, that and going to concerts again and going to sporting events.
Ooh, concerts. Oh my god.
Yeah, you could go to sporting events real soon. That's like I've noticed. Florida's been a no mask mandated state for a while, but like still, all the businesses can still mandate it. So like everybody gets excited, like, I don't have to wear a mask. It's like, well, you don't have to wear one now walking the sidewalk, but once you go into the business, you still do.
Still have to wear a mask.
Or you go to for you, it'd be say the Mavericks game. Oh, you still have to wear a mask at the Mavericks game or a Stars game or whatever. Insert
because private property.
exactly.
You
But a
gotta
lot
follow
of
the
people
rules.
don't look at it like that.
Nope. Oh,
Like
I
that's
have to
taking
wear
my
a
way around. That's taking away my rights. Well, no shirt, no shoes, no mask,
mask. Service.
no
Yeah.
service.
That's going to be the new thing.
That's right. Well, for the time being, until you do the herd vaccination, I think it's called when you get. I think it's 80% of the population gets vaccinated. Then
Herd immunity.
Herd immunity. Thank you.
That means that there's not enough livestock for the virus to survive because it has to transmit from person to person. It can't survive in one person for that long. So if it can't jump from person to person, it can't create itself more.
And I think 80% is the number, the goal.
Okay.
I think that's the number. I mean, do not hold me to it. I know it's
If you have the chance, you should get vaccinated.
like
That's my
Australia, for instance, and New Zealand, and like those island countries or continents in the instance of Australia.
Country content.
They haven't worn masks forever. It's like, well, it's a lot easier to contain something when you're on an island and borders are closed.
Yeah, they did whole giant shutdowns, and it
Like
wiped it
full
out pretty much.
shutdowns.
Yeah, now they don't really. I mean, you can't really fly in there or travel there, so it's almost impossible for it to get there. So I mean, they don't have that issue like
Hawaii. If you go to Hawaii, you don't have to wear a mask, but you have to pass tests leading up to it. Like it's a
I'm good at
multi-step.
There
That's
are-
a terrible test.
I had
I
heard
think
that
this
there
one
are like tourist destinations now that are offering people traveling there that they by booking a trip to their destination that you get a vaccination.
Sounds great.
That's
I mean,
interesting.
I know a lot of people are against vaccinations, and to each their own, I suppose. But
Yeah.
I want to get life as normal as it can be at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I would like to go on road trips and not have to worry about quarantining when I get back. Like it would just be nice.
Rick, what are you excited? Wait, did you answer, Jake? I forget.
I have not answered. I've talked a lot, but I did not answer. Rick, you can answer since you were asked.
Yeah, all the stuff I was doing beforehand. I mean, concerts are a big one. I went to 10 concerts the year before COVID happened. So we were supposed to go to Italy. We were supposed to leave for Italy the day after they shut down the borders. So they all got canceled.
Which
that
probably worked out better instead of you being stuck in Italy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
Can
would
you
have been
imagine
bad.
that?
Well, that was
Yeah.
Italy
That would
was
have been a
not good
very
at that point
expensive
either.
vacation.
No, Italy was the worst place to be.
Oh, I know. What are
That's
the
You would
chances of
you'd
that?
be dead.
Are we gonna?
yeah.
Are we all gonna get together and go to the Golden Girls reunion concert where they do the theme song and stuff?
As long as I can have my dick out.
as long as Betty
Nope.
White's there.
Nope.
They serve Viagra at the door.
Nope. It's just a concert.
Well, no, I won't be there.
But yeah, concerts are great.
Handicapping me right there.
Thank you for being a friend. I don't know if I'm allowed to sing. I think there's like a 5-second rule.
You get like 5 seconds, and then we gotta copyright it.
Traveling back the road and back again. I forget the lyrics. All right, whatever.
With my dick out in your mouth.
All right.
That was
Nope.
so fast, Kyle.
Nope.
I don't even know what the lyrics are for the second part. I just realized. Traveling down the
Your
road.
sister's like the biggest fan, and then there's you that just doesn't give a fuck.
I've never seen it. I might watch it now because this set is fire. Look at that.
It's
I want to
fire.
be.
It'll be 17.
No.
It's lit, yo.
That's even out of date now.
YOLO.
That's out of date too.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Showing my age.
Right.
So
At least
yeah,
I don't have gray in my beard yet.
Rick, concerts. You said anything else? Are you
Yeah.
gonna play goalie?
Yeah, I was thinking about getting back into it here when I moved to Kansas, and then COVID happened. So I'll probably get back into it if I can find a place that does roller hockey. It's hard to find a place to do roller hockey down here for some reason, but Yeah.
It could be cool though. Goalies are always needed.
I just wish I was better.
2 eyes.
Yeah,
You got like a 500 record with us. The Rust Buckets.
yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah,
Need good defense.
yeah, that's
I gotta read it quickly to get it 5 seconds. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
That was way more than 5 seconds. I think. I don't know. I have no concept of time.
That's the wife. Hey-oh!
Oh. Sorry, I had to throw out matches before I forgot.
Burned down the apartment.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that.
Did you wet him?
No, it's fine. Jake,
Yes.
what do you want to do after COVID?
You.
No,
Oh.
Jake. Jesus.
Oh, I want to bring him involved in that threesome. Okay. Concerts are fun. I don't do concerts that often. Obviously, if the Arkells came by, I would absolutely do them. Or Jack Johnson nearby. Probably not Jack Johnson anytime soon. He's not going to leave the comforts of Hawaii. Anywho, I would love to do vacations. I do multiple vacations a year. Obviously, going to Disney is open, but to me that's not really all that safe because I see people breaking protocol left and right, and that's not the thing to do.
You want to be a good
Especially with
influence.
kids. Well, that's it. Like I want to be a good example for the kids and all that. That's why they're not awake watching me chug 5 beers in this episode.
Why is it always 5?
It was 6 a couple weeks ago, so
Oh.
I'm limiting it.
Okay.
That's how long our show is. Our show is 6 beers long.
There you go. But like I want to plan a Vegas vacation so fucking badly, and I have nightmares that I can't, and dreams that I can. Like,
I don't want to go back while masks are a thing.
and that's
I
it.
wanna
Like
go back
it's
and
gonna be a
wanna
thing
experience
for a
it.
while.
Especially because a lot of the Vegas stuff is indoors.
A lot of it is Topgolf's not.
There you go.
But like, yeah, I would love to just be able to do vacations and not really have to worry about guidelines, protocols, whatever. Like, I would love to just be able to relax and take a vacation.
So I was pointing.
Top of my list.
I was pointing for an actual reason this time. I'd like to point if you haven't noticed. But any of your children into the Wiggles? You go to a Wiggles concert.
No, they're not.
I just I bring it
Go
up because I don't know. I just saw a video. I don't know if it was recent or not, but they did a cover of a Tame Impala song, and it was actually pretty cool.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What?
Some Wiggles, man. Like, just let them die.
They're good musicians. Fruit salad,
Fruit salad.
yummy,
No.
yummy. No, what? All right, but yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you have anything else?
Vegas, and more Vegas, I guess.
You see the comment, Jake?
Yeah, I see it. I'm ignoring it.
Okay.
Kind of good for him.
All right.
Shoot
So-
his shot. That's gonna miss.
Right.
Anyways, I think we're at a good point.
You want to know what grinds my gears? I just thought of
What's up,
this. Is Snuggies are just backwards robes.
Yep.
Like I recently got into the robe game. And like,
You're
Ooh.
definitely dad mode now.
yeah, I know. Well, I mean, our bathroom is the first floor, and I don't want to walk around naked after my shower with a soon-to-be 7-year-old girl. And I also don't want to talk to my son and be like, "This is what you got to look forward to." Is I point to my dick, but like, so I figured I'd wear a robe, and I got a robe, and I'm like, I was in the shower the other day, and it's just a backwards snuggie. It's no, like a snuggie's a backwards robe. Robes are around for a long time. They're just oversized robes backwards. That's what they are. And it
Yeah.
made me really mad that somebody was making millions of dollars. Just
Millions?
doing the same, probably at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I believe that was a Shark Tank.
So there's a couple of differences. You can put on a snuggie while you're sitting down. You can't put on a robe while you're sitting down.
You can
How?
put your arms through and let it
Yeah, lean forward.
done.
All right.
Put on a hoodie when you're sitting down.
Yeah, but that doesn't go down as low. Does the robe? I don't know how far a robe goes.
Robe go. I mean, depends on. Like I said, you have to get an extra large robe. But like my current one, since I'm in the game, goes down to like my shins.
Yeah, you can't put that on all the way while you're sitting.
Backwards.
I don't
Or
know.
normal?
I think snuggies were designed for like wheelchair bound people, and then they were like, "We're not making enough."
Then
money.
why
We
weren't
need
they
to-"
advertised for that then?
Because
There
they
was
were
like
like,
middle-aged girls. It was like, oh, look at me! I'm eating my popcorn while watching a movie, all snuggly. That's literally the fucking commercial.
Except for my back half's cold.
Yeah,
because they wanted to make a more general profit rather than a more, because they're not a huge market for that, I bet. But I don't actually know if that's true. But also robes are supposed to dry you, right? You can just put them on after a shower.
I don't.
Okay.
I dry off and then get my robe on, go upstairs.
Well, no, you can just put on a snuggie. It might be cheaper. I don't know.
Walk around in a wet snuggie.
Yeah, like what's the point of that?
I don't know. But yeah, I
Don't
agree
crawl
though.
into bed wet.
That's the worst.
That is the worst.
What if it's a waterbed?
It's still
I've
bad.
thought about getting a waterbed so badly, but obviously I have animals. But like, I miss waterbeds.
I don't. They sucked.
Waterbeds are awesome. Well, that's it. I never had one. I would just go to friends' houses that had it and be like, ooh, look at that.
Yep. Until you're laying in bed one night and you hear drip, drip, drip. Fuck. And then you're waking up the next morning and you're soaking wet.
Oh God, did that happen to you?
Maybe
yeah.
you peed yourself.
Yeah, I had one time that it leaked in the seam of the waterbed, and it leaked so bad because how it worked was like the wood bed frame that wrapped around, and the liner went inside, and then the mattress went inside the liner. Well, the liner was supposed to keep it all together if it leaked, and I woke
It never
up and-
did.
No, it was
None of them.
leaking around.
Any horror story of waterbeds, they never kept it in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it was just like paper thin plastic that you had to cover it with, lined with cardboard. It didn't do shit.
Hmm.
Yep.
I always, whenever I sleep on a waterbed, I have dreams of sailing the seas. It's been a while though.
Haven't sailed seas in a long time then.
Yeah.
So,
All right. I
Be
think
good to fuck one of the Golden Girls on a waterbed. Be good for the hips.
right? Good flow.
Yeah, you
I
rock her to
cannot.
sleep while you're doing it too.
Rick, what's your thought on
I'm not
waterbeds?
I don't like
Oh,
it.
Shrek.
I don't know. All
I'm
right.
I'm not a waterbed person. I'll pass.
I'm good to stop if you guys are. I'm ready for bed.
First liners.
Pizza. All right.
I'm not wearing anything specific.
Drive safe, everybody.